Hi everyone, it's Scott here from That's English School 英語研究プロジェクトよくある間違いを分析します。これはダメだとかではなく、なんでこういう英語になってしまうのかという考える時間です。それからもっと自然な言い方を紹介します。First, let's look at the problem. I let my son study. If you say you let your son study, this means your son really wants to study.
勉強したい。
And you gave him permission. If your son is like most kids, then they don't want to study. The majority of kids would prefer to play video games or watch YouTube these days. Let's look in more detail about the reason why you will probably never say, I let my son study. The reason is this. A lot of people are getting confused. What are they getting confused with? The difference between let and make. There is a wonderful verb in Japanese. It's saseru. If you translate it into English, you make somebody do something. Or you can let somebody do something. Now here is the key point. Make and let have very different meanings. They're almost the opposite of each other. Let's take a closer look at the verb make. There are two ways to use it. The first one is this. When you make someone do something, you force them to do it. You can use words and encourage them, or you can physically force them. Her mother makes her wash the dishes after breakfast. Does she want to wash the dishes? Of course not. So she makes her do it.
ちゃんとやってね。
Or how about this one? He makes his personal assistant polish his shoes. Is it part of the job? No, I don't think so. His personal assistant is probably very unhappy about it. But he makes him do it.
ピカピカにして。
If we want to be even stronger, we can use force instead of make. The police officer forced the thief to get up against the wall. He physically pushed the thief up against the wall. Did the thief want to do it? No, absolutely not. He wanted to run away and escape. Let's talk about the second meaning of make. You can also use make when someone or something has an effect on something or someone. You can use it with a verb or an adjective. Let's look at using make with a verb. Rainy days always make me want to stay in bed. This song makes me want to dance. My kids sometimes make me want to scream. Let's look at using make with an adjective. Horror movies make me uncomfortable for days. Going to Disneyland makes me so happy. Too many late nights might make you sick. Now here is a key point. I want you to listen very carefully to this one. We never say, make me fun. Will Ferrell's movies make me fun. In this case, it's more natural to say, make me laugh. Will Ferrell's movies make me laugh. Which is very true. He's a funny guy. Can we use the ing adjectives with make? No, not usually. The ed form is sometimes used, but it's much more natural to use the verb form. This attraction makes me excited. This attraction excites me. This book makes me interested. This book interests me. There is one more structure that I have to talk about. Make someone something. It sounds weird, but let me show you how it's used. We made him the leader of the new product launch team. The company made him president due to his amazing results. My daughter was made captain of the tennis team. So, going back to the original sentence, I let my son study. It should be, I made my son study. So how do we use the verb let? This is when you're giving permission. You're saying it's okay to do it. You're giving your blessing. Let's look at how to use it in a positive way. My mom always let me stay up late at the weekend when I was a kid. I let my dog lie on the sofa and he absolutely loves it. That restaurant is a BYO. They let you bring your own drinks. However, it is quite often used in the negative way too. I don't let my children play video games on weekdays. My wife doesn't let me go out drinking more than once a week. Our boss doesn't let us leave until we finish all the jobs for the day.
System override.
There are similar verbs to let, such as permit or allow. Permit is a more formal expression. You'll find it used more in written English or in a more formal setting. Allow can be used casually or formally, as it's more flexible. How about the verb admit? Well, that's a whole other story. I'll be talking about that one in another video. Let's look at 5 example sentences. The first one is this. I made my son clean his room as the mess was starting to spill out into the hallway. So to spill out means to overflow because there's just so much of it. I let my daughter use all her New Year money in one go. She wanted to buy a new camera lens. To do something in one go means to do it all at once. She spent all of her money. She's got no money left after buying it. The song Make You Happy by Nijiu was a huge hit back in June 2020. Can you still do the dance? Make is used a lot in song titles and also in lyrics. When the carpenters made a mistake with my home renovations, I made them redo it. Instead of saying the Japanese English word reform, it's better to say renovations or home improvements. Why do you let him push you around like that? You gotta stand up for yourself. To stand up for yourself means to defend yourself. It's also used when you say to stand up for your rights. So the next time you want to use the Japanese verb saseru, is it going to be let or make? Think carefully and choose the right one. If you want to learn even more English, please click on one of these videos here and I'll see you over there.